Hey everyone, I am Harbaksh and you are watching Singh Rakshak. Today we have with us a very special guest from Netherlands, Angela R Glatson. Hello ma'am, how are you?
Hello, good morning or good afternoon. I'm very well, thank you.
Ma'am, thank you for accepting our invitation for this very small talk on conservation of red panda.
I always like to try and help red pandas.
Okay. Ma'am, you are Vice President of Red Panda Network and you have also worked in Rotterdam Zoo. Ma'am, are you from Rotterdam only or you are from some other city in Netherlands?
I was born in the UK. I'm from Birmingham
Okay.
originally. I just lived and worked in the Netherlands for the last 30 years.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. So, how is the weather there?
Today is beautiful sunny weather, not too hot. When we're finished, I'm going to take the dog out for a walk.
Oh, it's raining here.
Yes, I suppose it would be.
Yeah.
But rain is good. We have a drought in Europe, Northern Europe.
Okay.
It's been very dry.
Ma'am, yesterday I was reading about you. You are one of the top most red panda conservation expert, and of course the most. And I want to hear from you about your experience. Can you please tell about your childhood and how your interest got developed in the conservation of nature?
Goodness, my childhood had very nothing to do with red pandas. I was brought up in a big city. I've always liked animals. I've always had dogs as a child. We used to go into the country regularly, but I can't say that my parents had any thoughts about conservation. And then I started working. I did my degree in Liverpool and London, and then I went to work in Rotterdam.
Okay.
And one of the first animals I saw in the zoo was the red pandas, which had quite a nice area near the entrance.
Mhm.
And I was I was a research officer, and I was looking for something to study. And I thought, nobody knew very much about red pandas. Why not start looking at their
Yeah,
behavior? And that's how it started.
it's nice, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, one question got stuck in my mind for so long time. Actually, I am a true believer of the evolutionary theory given by Sir Charles Robert Darwin. And in simple words, it means the to become better with time. That's
Yes,
evolution.
well,
And it also says that the species which could not evolve enough to compete with other species soon perish. And on Earth, it is clear that we humans are the more developed than other species. So we can say that it's the fate of other species to die sooner or later. So can you please tell me if they have to die sooner or later, then why to conserve them?
it is. I suppose my answer to that is we're the only species that has the option of trying to change this fate.
Okay.
And as these animals, species, are dying out because of our actions, it seems a moral obligation to do so. And also, life is a balance. We don't know if we let too many things become extinct, what will happen to the planet. We may follow in their footsteps after a while. So it's also self interest.
Yes, ma'am.
But to lose something, it's gone forever. You can't bring it back.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think while we have the chance of keeping these species, we should do our utmost to do so.
Sure, ma'am. We are more evolved than the other species, but we are not enough evolved that we can survive without them. Still, with the green plants, still with chicken, mutton, these things, we are totally dependent on them.
We're totally dependent on the
Yeah,
balance of life in the planet,
yeah.
yes. Though we have to be humble.
Moreover, I would like to say one line here. I wrote it yesterday. Uh, I know everything has to die, but life and diversity on earth is not so cheap that we can let it go without struggle.
That's very
Yeah.
true,
Yeah.
yes.
Ma'am, there are various organizations like World Wildlife, Tree Hugger, and of course the Red Panda who are conserving the Red Panda. Can you please
Mm-hmm.
tell how the different organizations are trying to conserve the red panda? What are the different ways?
I'm not all that certain what WWF is doing in India, but I think many of these organisations are now going the way that Red Panda Network pioneered in the early 90s, which is to work with local people to conserve the red pandas. In Nepal, where Red Panda Network is mostly active, a lot of the forest belongs to the local people anyway. It's
Yes.
community forest. So they have to, they're not in national parks, so it is the responsibility in that sense for local people to protect the forests. And these people are not rich. They do not necessarily have a lot of uh, good things in life. They survive, some of them. And so, one of the things that Red Panda Network tries to do is assist these people in sustainable living activities, as well as encouraging them to protect their community forests and supporting the work of forest guardians, who are local people who are paid to go and walk the forests and monitor the red pandas. And I think in areas like this, where people are not are poor, not well off, it is important to ensure that they benefit from conservation.
Okay.
Otherwise, why would they not poach the animals in their area?
Certainly, there are many misconceptions in the local communities that the red panda are dangerous to the livestock, the goats or the hens. Meanwhile, yeah, through the conservation effort, that things also get cleared in their mind.
I haven't heard that story in Nepal. It may be more in India. I don't know. In Nepal, as far as I know, there are no reports or people who believe red pandas kill their animals
Okay.
or their stock. It's just that if you can sell a dead red panda to somewhere and make some money, and you haven't got any money, you're very tempted to do so.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Ma'am, yeah, many organizations are doing their best to conserve the red panda. But do you think that these efforts are enough to bring them back?
Um, our staff in Nepal say that in eastern Nepal, where they've been active longest, there does seem to be an increase in numbers. So it would seem if you do protect the areas where they live, they will come back a little in numbers. But one of the major problems is, of course, that the habitat is
Yes,
fragmented.
ma'am.
So there are little island groups of red pandas which are likely to get inbred if we don't join these islands of habitat.
Ma'am, I was going through the Quora questions. One question was common, and that was very simple. Should we keep red panda as a pet or not? I want to have your.
No,
Yeah.
I don't. I know some people have red pandas out there as pets, but it isn't a good idea. It's probably very difficult to get them a good diet. Um, Red pandas look very cute and cuddly, but they have a strong bite, so they could injure children, certainly, if children irritated them. So that is again something that isn't a good idea. And also, they're wild animals. They don't belong with us. They belong in the wild, where they can contribute to the future of their species.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. And there is one last question. It's very kind of interesting. I find on Quora. It's not
Okay,
related to that, but the question is who would win a fight between a raccoon and red panda?
say that again. What between raccoons and red pandas?
What?
Didn't hear you well.
Who would win a fight between a raccoon and red panda? If there happens to be.
I don't know, but I have heard of in zoos fights between red pandas and badgers,
Okay, ma'am.
for example, where both ended up dead.
Yeah.
So maybe that would be the same with the raccoon.
Yeah. Actually, the both are very kind of. Fight creatures. So, ma'am, that was all from my side. Would you like to share some your memorable experience about red panda in your life?
Goodness, I can't. I don't know, but I mean, I've been very fortunate to be able to travel to various countries. I've been to Darjeeling and Sikkim, talking to people about red pandas, to China
Okay.
and also Bhutan. So I've been very fortunate to be able to discuss red pandas, but I have never seen a wild red panda.
Yeah, it's very rare.
I, yes,
Yeah.
I have
Ex-
seen traces of red panda droppings, but I've never seen the animal in the
yeah.
wild.
My,
So,
in last interview with Sony Lama, I discussed about the life cycle of red panda. Yeah,
yes,
she's also a member of Red Panda Network,
yes,
and
I
yeah,
saw some of that interview.
yeah. She told me that she has only seen the red panda in wild only twice. Yeah, it's very rare actually.
Yes, I think you have to. Well, the Red Panda Network now does eco trips for
Okay,
people, and mostly they will see a red panda. I have not done one of these trips, but if you have your forest guardians who go into the forest regularly, they know where these animals spend a lot of their time. So when you have that, your chances of seeing them are perhaps more frequent than if you're a researcher going for a few months or a year.
okay. Ma'am, can you please elaborate the concept of eco trip so that if anyone is watching, he can.
It's essentially a tour which is conducted by local people with and staying in local accommodation
Okay, ma'am.
and guided into the forest by forest guardians who know where these animals are. So it is a holiday, a trip which benefits conservation in the fact that it helps local people and their local economy and is sustainable.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. So, ma'am.
And the details are on the Red Panda Network website if
Okay.
people are interested.
Okay, sure. So, ma'am, in the last, would you like to say something to the people or the whoever is watching this video? Any message?
Goodness, you keep surprising me with different questions. I think I would just thank them for their interest in red pandas and hope that they continue to be interested in this unique species because it is unique. And if they are able to help with the conservation either through study or through educating other people or through financial contribution, please do.
Okay. Surely, ma'am. Thank you for sharing your experience here, and I truly appreciate you and your time spent here. So,
Okay, thank you for talking to me.
so guys, that's all for today. I hope you liked it. Subscribe our channel for more content like this and hit the like button. Until next time, take care.